Hi YouTube, it's Trilla Minute, and I've been planting in my containers in my desert garden. So you've seen the video of me talking about my space and my challenges, and then you saw where we had built the containers. I sewed some potato bags, and I found at a garage sale yesterday this container which it's sitting in for $1. So I was on my way to Walmart and this was much cheaper. So it has a little bit of water in it and the potato will grow in that. I went to our local nursery and I found some tomatoes. I planted them in my 2-bucket system. I have several types of tomatoes here. I have a bush tomato. I have the tomato that is a this one's the little yellow pear tomato. I'm told that the yellow pear tomato does very well in our area, so instead of a cherry tomato, I'm using this little tiny one. I have an heirloom tomato called Legend, and then I have a big Better Boy. So that's what I was able to plant yesterday. We've had a couple of beautiful days here in the valley. Then I came over and I started transplanting my seedlings that I had started. I have, let's see if I can get a better shot here. I don't know if shading it's better or not, but this is one of my 2-bucket containers, and it has the scarlet runner that's going to climb up my vine that's already here. So it'll have little scarlet flowers and edible peas or beans. We love pintos, and I remember at my grandmother's and also my mother-in-law's that often the pintos would be harvested early when they were still tender and would be eaten as green beans. So some of the seeds that I started were the bush pintos. So I will be using pintos, and I put some onions in there as companion plants. I planted 2 potatoes in my potato sack, seed potatoes. I'm going to add a couple of more. And then the yams are still waiting to get their slips going. Hubby has fed his doves. Remember, that's his hobby. He loves feeding those birds. And remember, we're close to our neighbors. So there's the neighbor's dog. Sorry. We got a funnel to help us with watering on the planters that will have, they're the 2-bucket ones. So there's a PVC pipe that goes down into the water reservoir for watering. This is the rain gutter system that we really love. And I've got some tomatoes planted here. This is the Hawaiian. It's a hot tolerant tomato. I still have a couple of bins. My transplant on my spinach, they're kind of sad right now, but they'll come back. Here's cantaloupe. I have them in 2 buckets. I started these seeds. And I have a heat wave tomato, and this is specific for the desert climate. So we should get some nice tomatoes. I already have some balloons. Then I came over and I planted my 3 sisters. So the 3 sisters right now have corn, which has been started, and everything's planted really close. It's very intense. The soil's amended. It's got worm castings. It has kelp. It's got blood meal, organic compost, so a perlite, coconut coir. So it's a very rich mix. So I'm thinking they'll do well. Only thing I'm going to worry about is when they get tall, the wind in the area, and I might have to stake the corn. Planted with the corn is the squash. It's one of the sisters, and planted at the base of each of these corn seedlings is a Kentucky Wonder pole bean. And so I plant them last because I want the corn to have a little growth before the beans start coming up. Because I had started some little carrots in egg crates, cardboard egg crates, and they didn't work out very well, I direct sowed some little carrots in between the squash. So we'll just see how that goes. That's a lot of stuff to have in one area. But I am really excited that the garden is starting to at least give me a glimpse of what it's going to look like. I'm I'm looking forward to harvesting it. I'm sure that mid-season I'll come back and show you some of the tomatoes. Remember, I've been killing tomatoes for 4 years, so this has got to work. I mean, I've done the research. Larry Hall's been very good about offering advice. The reason these PVC pipes are sitting here right now is that they're going to be going over to my three-sister garden, and to help the water, you see the holes, get closer to the base. I'll be putting 2 more over there. I'll be covering the bottom of them with some landscape fabric to keep dirt and weeds at them, and we'll direct pour water into those, so it's not water from the top, it's more water from the bottom. So this is Trilla Minute, sharing my desert garden, and I'm looking forward to how does the garden grow. Happy prepping. Have a great day. Bye.